Ultimate Adventure is a unique event. Each year essentially begins with a blank slate. It's always fun, it's always exciting, but there never seems to be enough time. I'm Christian Hazel, editor of Peterson's Four Wheel and Off-Road. It's the start of UA 2017, and I'm in the barely completed UA CJ60. I bought this nearly original 1971 CJ6 many years ago. I ran through a few different build plans before deciding to go all out and make it this year's official Ultimate Adventure vehicle. Only this year, in addition to the normal crazy planning and build schedule, there was a catch. My wife and I were expecting our fourth child right in the thick of the usual build-up and pre-run timetables. Tech editor Vern Simons dove into the UA CJ60, keeping the body and tossing pretty much everything else for a modified JK Wrangler frame, which simplified incorporating the Skyjacker suspension and Ultimate Dana 60 axles. But that's where simple ended. Vern Frenched the body down onto the frame, chopped the windshield, and crammed over 6 feet of intercooled turbo diesel drivetrain backed by no fewer than 4 gearboxes. While Vern toiled in the shop, longtime colleague and friend Trent McGee was tapped to plan, pre-run, and lead the route of this year's Ultimate Adventure. And with that, we begin UA 2017 as a true team effort. Starting in Phoenix, Arizona in the summer, on a day it was literally too hot for airplanes to fly, we began an epic trip through some of the most incredible places in the Southwest. This year, even our road days required low range, but as usual, our invited readers and loyal sponsors were more than up to the challenge. So here we go on another week-long Ultimate Adventure. Hardcore rigs on hardcore trails, seeing sights only wheelers ever get to enjoy. It's the vehicle's first ever shakedown run, and I'm late for check-in. It's 7 miles from where we built it to the hotel, so I'm hoping nothing goes wrong. So, you know, just your standard everyday start to another Ultimate Adventure. As I pull into the hotel, there's cronies are hard at work. There's a lot to do before UA officially starts the next morning. You do a tech inspection on each vehicle, add sponsor stickers, and of course, have our first drivers meeting. But last year, there was an all too familiar voice missing. So I stalled the crowd until former editor Rick Payway could make his appearance and give the all too familiar call.
I thought we were going to have a driver's meeting.
Yeah, there he is. Yay! This is our newest crony. Morning drivers meeting, which Rick can thankfully call out because my voice does not carry as well as Rick's.
Driver's meeting!
Thank you very much. All right, nice to have that back. So here's Trent to talk about the route that he has planned for us tomorrow.
Because of the heat, we're going to get started very early. 6 o'clock drivers meeting, and we are rolling no later than 6:30 out of here.
Driver's meeting!
All right, we're going to be rolling out 6:45 today, so make sure you get everything packed, stowed, ready to go.
I-17 north, so everybody just got to make their way to I-17 north. Hey, wave his tail as soon as we all get out. How are we doing, Rick? Okay, tail's rolling. Copy.
The destination for the day is Table Mesa, an area about 20 miles north of Phoenix that's known for its tough, technical rock crawling trails.
Lights on for safety.
Just a few hundred yards off the interstate, the group would experience what would become a recurring theme for the week: heat and dust. This year's Ultimate Adventure has the usual motley cast of characters, sponsors, and readers from all over the country. 20 rigs in all. Let's meet some of the new and returning readers.
Damon Haas out of Sacramento, California with John Marshall out of Oregon, and we're driving a 61 International with a bunch of Ford stuff thrown in it and looking forward to an adventure of a lifetime.
Hi, I'm Dan Struby. This is my 1990 Ford Bronco. We're here day one, Ultimate Adventure 2017. And this is my co-pilot,
Nolan Montevirgin.
We're ready to roll.
My name is Chris Paul, and this is my co-driver, Kyle Cunliffe. We are in my 2006 Hummer H3 on day one of Ultimate Adventure, and we are from Santa Clarita, California.
I'm Nick LeBlanc. This is AJ Pozikin. We're from Jacksonville, Florida. I drive a 2000 Jeep Cherokee.
Wayne Lambert. This is my co-driver, Jack Geigel. We're from Hermosa Beach, California. Driving 71 Chevy K30. We're the returning readers for 2017, and we can't wait to go out and get hot again.
The first trail day of Ultimate Adventure is always a tough one, as everyone is a little nervous and isn't quite sure what to expect. The long dirt road to the first trail this year was a good opportunity for drivers to settle in and relax a little, instead of just going straight to the hard stuff. After crossing the Agua Fria River, which is really more of a stream this time of year, the group headed to Predator, a technical trail known for its big rock obstacles. Longtime crony Keith Bailey is representing Magellan this year, along with Master Navigator Steve Von Segren, who has also been involved with many past Ultimate Adventures. Keith brought out his very capable Bailey Beige 84 Jeep CJ7. Skyjacker returned to Ultimate Adventure this year, with Lonnie McCurry Jr. piloting his show-quality Hemi-powered 2011 JK along with his son Evan. Now that JK may be shiny, but JR isn't afraid of putting it in harm's way.
A really tight trail, so with all the heat, it just really makes you sweat and all this, just white knuckling it the whole time.
David Chappelle and Steve Bouchard are representing Rugged Radios this year in David's freshly painted Isuzu Amigo. In addition to a full complement of communications gear, the Amigo features a flexi suspension, 38-inch Falcon tires, and lots of custom modifications.
My buddy Dave Chappelle's being rad up there in the Rugged Radios, the Isuzu Amigo. Cooper Rasmussen's doing pretty good in the power products, Ram, regular cab, short bed, diesel truck. And Wayne, who we call Wayne Jack, he's doing pretty rad up there as well. This is Tube Sock, my little TJ, and I'm gonna go drive up this hill. Thanks for tuning in. This is the Cummins 2.8 R28. It's like a robot.
Longtime UA sponsor Diesel Power Products was back this year with a brand new, freshly built 2016 Ram 2500. Wildman Cooper Rasmussen was the one tasked with keeping all four corners intact, while co-driver Cameron Hotchkiss's job was to document the ensuing events, just in case things didn't go as planned.
Oh, didn't even do that.
Woo! That was tight for the big truck.
Four-wheel and off-road technical editor Vern Simons not only built the UA CJ6D, but he also managed to swap an engine and build a full roll cage in his solid axle swap S10 Blazer just days before the UA started. If it looks like he's tired, it's because he is.
Hang a tire here for Scott. Yeah, this is silly. There's a perfectly good road right up there, but...
Sam, you got a copy?
Extreme close-up.
Meet Mark Turner and Dillard LaSalle from Voodoo Ropes in their freshly finished CJ10.
We're in the Voodoo rig.
We're in the Voodoo rig.
Beating on it. Don't mind those clunking noises when you hear them. That's normal.
Temperature gauge says it's
127.
127.
Oh wait, forgot this guy.
Sam, you got a copy?
Cronies Tom Boyd and Clifton Slay opted for the UA rental program this year by borrowing Vern Simon's Shrink Ray 97 TJ. The smallest rig of the group, it packs just 4 cylinders under the hood and 35-inch tires under the body.
It's nice to be little sometimes.
Longtime crony and Alabama native Sam Gillis was back this year in his extremely capable Mean Green LS-powered tube car.
Alright, so this morning we jumped in the Jeep. We drove about 20 miles to the trailhead,
Interstate speeds, we were doing great with the new engine, so I think it had about 20 miles on it. Christian really got a feel for the vehicle as we were going off-road and hit some of those early rocks. He's got about 30 levers going on the floor, so it's been kind of entertaining to watch that combination with our engine and watch him get a feel for the low-end torque. And really watch the temp gauge drop once we hit off-road, so this diesel likes to run cool on the trail.
It's hitting hard stop.
So what happened here is this little clamper, this clamper worked loose, and so it's sliding. So we have to slide it back to where it was, tighten it up, and maybe peen the tie rod or put a little tack weld so it doesn't move back and forth.
If you want to get something fixed quickly, it's not a bad idea to get Chris Durham involved. Chris used his onboard welder to rectify the steering problem, and it remained fixed for the remainder of the trip. After surviving Predator without much carnage, the group checked out the ruins of a nearby Indian fort before heading to the next trail. But not before some shenanigans.
So Keith Bailey is an avid hunter of Indian artifacts. Back east, they just plow them up all the time, so it's okay. Out here in the west, you leave them, it's not allowed. So this is one of the areas where Keith can't find one or can't take it home. So I bought a whole bunch of fake ones.
It's awfully cool. You guys see this? Found an arrowhead.
Wow! Look at us!
This must be really neat.
Look what I found.
Here, Keith. Look what I found.
Golly, man.
Y'all are racking up.
Just bring them to me, that's all.
Rick, you really should try harder, Keith. It's really not that hard.
My concern. We just found a bunch of artifacts. We got to shut this down. We're going to have to shut it down.
Practical jokes aside, it wasn't getting any cooler out, so we headed to the next trail, Lower Terminator.
We're hoping to get you some of the sights and sounds of a full size. A lot of banging and crashing as the various body panels, bumpers, and sliders bounce off the thing. It's part of the charm.
The readers were quickly finding their groove in the unforgiving Arizona rocks.
Get up here, pull over. Look at the alpha shaft.
Unfortunately, it didn't take long for the heat and the rocks to start finding the weak points among the rigs.
Had a radiator blow up. It's really hot outside. Still trying to figure out what to do. May end up towing it out of here, so I'll have to replace it on the trail. Waiting to figure that out still.
Our last obstacle of the day is also the hardest. The Terminator is a nasty little climb that favors certain wheelbases, and it's easy to slip off the right line, which unfortunately requires starting all over. Now, even if you manage to stay on the right line, getting to the top often requires heavy use of throttle. Christian proved that a heavy throttle wasn't a requirement to tackle the Terminator. The UA-CJ6D is packing the Cummins R2.8 crate engine, which offers mountains of torque right off idle. That, plus the nearly unlimited gearing choices and 38-inch Falcon tires, made this look easy. The UA-CJ6D had the perfect combination of width, wheelbase, and torque to crawl right up the Terminator. Others weren't so lucky.
Last obstacle was a pretty steep one for a big truck like us. Near vertical kind of waterfall climb. We went for it. We tried about 3 times, and we put the side of the cab into the rocks a little bit and decided to back down and live to fight another day.
At the top there, it got to a point where I either needed to commit to some body damage or, you know, discretion is the better part of valor. Back off and wheel for the week.
Longtime sponsor Off-Road Design was back this year in their Magnum-equipped convertible 81 K30. Stephen Watson and his father James made Terminator look easy thanks to the perfect line. Randall Spear and John Mobley are representing Dana Spicer in this LS-powered JK. These guys were self-appointed durability testers for the Dana 60 crate axles that rolled into the JK. If nothing broke here, they were probably going to be in pretty good shape. The tricky part of the Terminator is that there are several potential lines, but the key is which one is right for your rig's wheelbase. The Terminator proved difficult for everyone. All the rigs attempted it, but some made the very wise decision to back off and wheel for the week, not for the day. But not without giving it one heck of a try first. The dynamic duo of Chris Durham and Fred Perry were back this year representing Warn. Chris's 2007 JK uses a collection of carefully selected off-the-shelf components, including a Skyjacker long-arm suspension and Dana axles. But it's the unique Jeep Gladiator truck conversion that makes it stand out in the crowd. As usual, Chris found the perfect line to tackle Terminator without hardly spinning a tire.
We're up on our last obstacle today, and it's a very technical climb. One way or the other, if you miss the line an inch one way or the other, you lose out. You'll fall off in the crack and you can't get out and you have to back off of it. There's no room for error one way or the other. You either get the line or you don't.
Freshly minted crony Rick Payway is serving as tail gunner this year, so if you see him at the top of the last trail, you know the day is about over. With temperatures hovering well above 115 degrees, it was time to air up and head back to town for some water, shade, and maybe a shower.
Okay, so that's the end of day one on Ultimate Adventure. Everyone's airing up and we're gonna head back into town. Get a little dinner, get our supplies for tomorrow.
It may be the end of day one, but Ultimate Adventure 2017 has just barely begun. The group has a lot of packing and supply gathering to do because tomorrow night is a camp night, and there is no guarantee that what is traditionally a road day won't turn into a trail day instead. Join us tomorrow as there is sure to be a lot more fun, dirt, and carnage